Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Jack 16. Side. 230.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Reggie Ragland coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On second down, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them field and gain additional yardage.
First carry for James Conner. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in Week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Ace! Ready! Green!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready! Green 90! Green 90! 51 on Mike, boys, 51. Z! Slow!
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I want to see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Slow!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
This is Hunt. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Z. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Black 58 round.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the hook up with Conley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got some real estate inside the 30. Caught, Kelsey, left side. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, it's Hunt. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On third down, that's Hunt. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to and got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Roethlisberger. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I can kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
But she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell good with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Kick right here.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. The
Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. from midfield. Here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And these guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Ben to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Connor. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
66.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Black 58 Ram. There we go. Green 90. Green 90.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Z.
Back to throw. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense.
And that's caught inside the 35. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 58 yards. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, the 20, 10, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Roethlisberger to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He's back to throw. The Cowboys got it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Back to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 20.